How's it, guys? This is Dayvy FPL back again for another FPL video. I'm just going to quickly wrap up my Game Week 7 performance and then we'll get straight into Game Week 8. Game Week 7 was a little bit of an average game week. I did end up getting more than the overall average, but I can't really look into that too much because of my rank. I managed to drop, I think, about 15k places. Yeah, here overall about 15k. So that was a little bit disappointing, but whatever, it's a marathon, not a sprint, so we'll just carry on. I say that I can't really look at the average points because the overall, I'd say about the top 100k, the average is a lot higher. So I think the average for the top 10k was 54. So me getting less than that, even though it's 1 point, it's a big difference. But yeah, so I'm happy with Schmeichel getting a clean sheet. I don't know if you guys remember, but I ended up bringing him in for Pickford because Pickford wasn't performing. But I do think that uh, Everton ended up getting a clean sheet as well. So I don't know if this move has been a little bit sideways. Trippier, he came in for Mendy. I was really happy that he got those 11 points, assist and clean sheet. So as I'm just hoping he can continue on this form, and I hope that he stays in the team because but Spurs do seem to have some injuries, so he should keep his place. Then the overall thing of why my game week went badly was because I had a lot of players playing each other. So you can see Alonso and Robertson. It probably was the worst result, the 1-1, because both of them lost their clean sheets. But I kept them in for the attacking returns. Unfortunately, they didn't end up getting any. But I'm still happy with them. They've been performing this season, so not too much there. Then Bernardo Silva with just the clean sheet point. It's a little bit disappointing. He seems to blow a little bit hot and cold. As you can see, he started off with 8, and then he's kind of gone on the streak of nothing. And then, obviously, those lovely 14 points in Game Week 6 that he got. Then Salah and Mane didn't do anything. Fraser didn't do anything. Richarlison didn't do anything. Luckily, my captain Aguero, I think he got the goal, then he got subbed off immediately. I don't really know what to look too much into that. But he has been pretty consistent of getting a goal or an assist basically every game week. So I don't think there's much to complain about that. And we'll get back to him when we talk about the transfer talk. And then Zaha got the assist, which I was happy about. Then on my bench, obviously, my bench only one Basaka basically plays. I'm not too worried about it because when I wild card, I'll get a stronger bench. And now if we go into my team for the next game week, so far this is it. I think the defense is pretty set, and then the attack is also set. The only thing that I'm thinking of probably doing is bringing in a Spurs player. So the big talking point of this game week is obviously Salah. A lot of people were disappointed with how he's been performing. It's not the worst performance, but the big thing with Salah is his price tag of 12.9 million now. So it's basically if you're going to stick with him or transfer him out. A lot of people are transferring him out, and I understand that. I think that I'm going to stick with him for this game week. Mainly because of these upcoming fixtures that he's going to have, and the fact that I do have my wild card. So if maybe at the end of the carded game, if he's not performing, then I can change my whole team. And I'm also going to stick with Mane. The big move that people want to do is bringing in Harry Kane. Understandably, after his 2 goals that he scored in the last game, and because of this Cardiff home fixture that's coming up, when a lot of other people don't, or other players don't really have that great of a fixture, the other good option probably for captaincy is Hazard. He's been on fire, and I think that's one of my regrets is not bringing him in. He seems to be like increasing by price every 2 days or so. So props if you brought him in early. Um, But I don't know if I want to transfer Aguero out for a hit. If you go into my transfers here, I only have one free transfer. So the idea that I wanted to do is bringing in someone like Gudmundsson or bringing in someone like Knockout because of Brighton's excellent upcoming fixtures. Um, they would basically be an enabler for Aguero to Kane, which I could do. Um, Obviously, it goes straight into the captaincy then because I think it is a good fixture. I just don't know if it's worth taking a 4-point hit for it though. He's got West Ham away, and West Ham have been playing better, and then he's got City at home. And I don't know if I'm correct in saying this, but I do think that he likes playing against Man City. He has scored a couple of goals, and his record in London fixtures is also very good. Um, I just don't know if I want to do that. Um, so basically, the other option that I was going to do is maybe bringing in the likes of Lucas Moura, and then captaining him. Eh, I can understand it being a little bit of a pick where I'm kind of trying to cover Kane, but in terms of the Spurs midfield, there's no one else I can really bring in. Because they're all a little bit too expensive. And as I was saying, with the injuries of Ali and Eriksson, um, I'm pretty sure that Lucas Moura is nailed on. Um, he did end up playing in the Barcelona fixture last night. They didn't do that badly, but they did lose. But as I said, with the injuries, I think that I mean Pochettino is gonna have to play him. Um, I'm gonna wait until the press conferences to see if Pochettino says anything. But otherwise, that looks like the move I'm going to be making. Obviously, I would want to bring in Son, but I don't think that I can afford it. And I don't really want to take a 4-point hit. I would rather take the 4-point hit to bring in Kane. So this is the move that I'm probably going to be making towards the end of the game week, or towards the end of this week before the game week starts. That is a reminder that I want to say to you is that this there's a Friday kickoff this week. So please just once you've watched this video, get your team sorted out in preparation for the Friday kickoff because I don't want anyone to miss it and then end up it costing them points and whatever. So just a reminder, Friday kickoff, get your teams ready. Basically that's the transfer that I'm thinking about making. I don't really know what other transfers I could make, because I'm sticking with the big guns of Salah and Mane here. In terms of the Liverpool Man City game, I don't know if it's gonna have as many goals as people are kind of expecting. I know in the past it's been a very open affair. If you remember the 4-3 game last season, and all that, all those lovely goals, and people were getting lots of points. But I don't know if this season, if it's going to be that open. I was quite disappointed in Liverpool yesterday in the game against Napoli. I thought it was probably one of the worst games that I've watched Liverpool play. Um, and it kind of put a little bit of doubt into my head, and that's the reason why I'm maybe going for Lucas Moura because before I was hoping that Liverpool were going to absolutely smash Napoli, and then it would fill me with confidence, and I'd end up captaining Salah going into this City game. It's a massive game, and hopefully, and I know in the past he's been a big game player. So, but yeah, they ended up playing pretty atrociously. So I'm kind of feeling like I have to go into a little bit of a differential captain. Um, in terms of the big captains, it's obviously going to be Kane and Hazard, I think, this week. So any of those two options should be great for you. I was thinking about maybe captaining Trippier, but captaining a defender is a little bit different from the meta over past seasons, so I'd probably just go for a Spurs attacker. Yeah, so overall my rank dropped a little bit, but it's still within the top 40k. I'm quite happy with the start, and I still have my wild card to use. Drop any questions if you have them. I know we're getting into the season nicely now, and I personally think the template team's mixing up a little bit with all these big money players performing like Kane and all of those guys. So yeah, I think that's gonna pretty much wrap up this FPL video and this game week. It's game week 8. The game week 8 preview and game week 7 review. If you have any comments or things you want to say to me, improvements I can make, please comment them down below. Otherwise, subscribe to the channel for more content. I will continue with my UEFA Champions League videos in the international break, as we have a 2-week break after this. So yeah, and leave a like on the video if you enjoyed. Thanks. This has been Dayvy FPL, and I'll see you next time.